And look at pitch one, Clayton Kershaw right here, 88 miles per hour. That looks like that was either the sinker or the slider. That was probably the slider. That was the slider. Excuse me for not knowing right off. He, I believe he's working 4 or 5 pitches here. I believe he will be working. Okay, there's another slider right there. He's going to probably be working the 12-6 curve, the slider, the four-seam fastball, and a changeup. I believe his 12-6 curve might be something ridiculously slow, like 74 miles per hour. His slider is going to be around 87 or 88. Okay, that was a fastball. His fastball is going to range somewhere between, I think, from what I remember, 91 to 94, and uh, and his changeup is going to probably be about, I believe, around 82, 83, 84 miles per hour. So you can tell by the speed and the shape of the pitch. Okay, 92 mile per hour fastball, not overwhelming. Also out of the zone right there. So you can see right now he's got a 3-1 count. We're just going over this pitch by pitch because Clayton Kershaw uh, has talked a little bit about the Astros over the last couple months. And so I wanted to just take a little bit closer look at what really happened to Clayton Kershaw in the World Series Game 5 and see he's got a Wilson A2000 glove right there. And that was way off. So that's a walk. So you can only blame yourself on a walk right there. Okay, with Bregman, this ends up being pretty simple. This ends up being a pop out. So we are going to skip this at bat. Okay, Bregman, I skipped forward. Bregman just fouled one off his toe right there, off the padding. He has a shin guard that covers his foot also, and so that just happened. So let's go ahead and look at the next pitch right here. We're just analyzing what happened exactly to Clayton Kershaw. Okay, that was a slider. No, that might have been a sinker. Sorry for not knowing every single pitch, what they look like every time. Um, his slider usually is around 87 or 88. I believe his sinker is just a mile or two slower than his fastball. Okay, right there, that might have been a sinker or slider. That looked like it was a sinker. And so he does end up getting his first out. Okay, so we're in the fourth inning. And as you can see, up to this point, it's a 4-0 score. So I guess you could say, yeah, that's a sinker. That's a sinker. So anyway, you could say that in the first, second, and third inning, he was pitching very well because they didn't get any runs. So what's the difference between the first, second, and third inning where they weren't getting any runs and now? Okay, that's a sinker right there. Jose Altuve definitely held up. That was not even close to the zone. We're going to analyze this pitch by pitch and see what was the difference. And I think the difference is Clayton Kershaw always stays. He starts really strong in games, really strong. Uh, First, second, third inning. I mean, he's almost unhittable, and I think he's just starting to break down here. Is simply what's going on. Okay, 89 miles per hour. That was a slider, and you can see the arc on it. It's just a little bit different. It goes down and in a little bit. 89 miles per hour. A little bit fast on his slider right there. Uh, in real life, you'll be able to see the spin a little bit, and you'll be able to see how it comes off his hand as to when he's throwing a curveball. You can also tell a little bit difference in the hand if they get it in the picture between the slider and the fastball. Okay, that was a curveball. Like I said, his curveball is around 74 miles per hour. That's a 12-6 curve. That does, I believe he rotates that off the top of his fingers. So you will see that a little bit different. So the spin The spin on a curveball is moving forward instead of moving backwards. So that missed the zone. Okay, that's a slider. Down and in. I think Altuve's spot is more kind of up and away, up, center of the zone. I think down and in is just not really Altuve's spot. So it's a really good spot to, but if you have a hanging slider, it's a little bit different. So he's basically fighting that off, making sure he stays in the count. Okay, he brushes him back. And if you guys couldn't tell, that was George Springer on first base. George Springer walked once again. So, like I said, the point of this video is, did the Astros do it, or did Clayton Kershaw get himself in trouble, or what's going on with this pitch by pitch? And we're just going to look at it. Okay, with one out, he definitely wants to hold him on first base to avoid the double play. I'm sorry, to create the double play, excuse me. So I do understand why he's holding George Springer back. Not much of a lead there. And 88 miles per hour. A sinker without sink. Oh my God. That was either a slider that didn't break, or that was a sinker. But I think that was a slide. That was probably a slider. That had no break on it, center of the zone. And so if you can see, besides that 12-6 curve, he's basically, he's only mixing it up between 3 to 4 miles per hour between these pitches from 92 to 88. And that was dead center of the zone. So, a dead to rights hitter like Altuve is not going to miss that.